I got a triangle in my hair.
Talk to me when you lose your hair, Ted. Welcome into another episode of Morning Edition. Julian Sador, Jason Harper, Ted Payton, and QCM Plus producer extraordinaire Austin McCollum. Is that your title? What is your official title, Austin?
QCM Plus, Queen City News Plus, producer.
There you go.
Streaming extraordinaire.
Okay.
Slash nerd
Okay.
whatever we can just add it on until the super runs going.
Add on the accolades. Okay, you know what? The one thing that you don't have to your name, kind sir, are you an Instagram extraordinaire?
I am.
In that case,
extraordinaire. But,
then you are
user, yes.
You're uniquely qualified to talk about this. It just dropped yesterday. The new Instagram map feature, kind of a take on what Snapchat was doing, where you can see the locations of your friends. Of course, some people are concerned, oh my gosh, my privacy. Good news is you have to opt in, but still, it's causing some people to kind of say, oh, what's going on here? Guys, how do we feel about Instagram's new maps?
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Quick, not a fan.
No. Well, it's like the Snapchat feature.
Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be the same thing. You could see where your friends are at. They'd have the little Bitmoji or whatever it was, the little anthropomorphic version of yourself. I'm not a fan. I don't like apps tracking me. I don't like them knowing everything about me. You know, my wife does like the targeted ads and she gets some really weird ones. I use it a lot. I use Instagram, TikTok. And I know the data is already going out there and they're already collecting it, but knowing where you're at 24/7, we live in such a surveillance state. All right, let me put on my tinfoil hat real quick. I'm just not a fan. I will not opt into it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, our girls, they live and die by that map on Snapchat. I don't use it. I won't be using it. I'm not going to opt into it. By the way, in case you're wondering, it's not like you have to go in and opt out. By default, you're not a part of this unless you want to be a part of this. So, I mean, and I guess everyone would have their reason. I'm good. Other than my wife and kids, I don't want to know where. I already have enough distractions that suck me into a rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need everyone to know where I am or I don't need to know where they are. And so,
do you share your location though?
Not on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of different apps where you can track, especially if you got kids that are driving. We got
there you go.
That's important.
So we do that. And matter of fact, this is my phone. Here comes the video. This is actually my phone. I was showing you a demonstrate. That's what it looks like where you can opt in or out. Those are your options right there. And then here's what the map looks like. There's me. See, I'm zooming out. That's me here at the station because it's my phone. You can't see it right now, but you can zoom out.
You got friends, Jason.
I don't know. Listen, positively share. We see news is in there. I didn't know I had that many friends. I guarantee I don't know 90% of those. And we'll keep zooming in. There we are. But that's what it looks like. So, I mean, I guess to each their own. I don't know. I have no reason for me to do it.
It's dangerous, and I do want to add, I know that you could turn off your location services, but I read somewhere I would look through the details to make sure this is verified. But you also, when you put posts up and you put stories, there is the ability to tag locations.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's been there,
But I believe that would actually add to that map feature. So even if your location services are turned off, if you go to a gym all the time and you tag, hey, here's the other thing, you tag the gym, that gets posted on the map, and then someone can know where you go to the gym or where you go to.
I mean, that's already on your post. If you've already decided, because like you don't, when you post something, it doesn't naturally put the location there. It gives you an option to add the location. Yeah. So if you're giving your location up,
that's on you. Like if I post a picture of me and Angie going to eat, like I just recently did, and I tag the restaurant,
right?
You're going to know exactly where that restaurant is.
Yeah, I think the added version of the map, if it's a restaurant, a lot of people do that, or if they go somewhere. But if it's someplace that you frequently go, right, a gym or anything like that, I think this is the reminder for folks, not just the map feature, but these apps. I say it all the time. The cost of convenience is privacy. So when you're posting these locations, it's important to remind yourself that people could track where you are, know where you're going, and when they open up the map, boom,
I got
exactly
zero
where it is.
sympathy, man.
So no one in this room is positive about it.
So I wouldn't do it. I get it if I'm younger and like, you want to see where your friends are and like tapping that stuff. I'm past that. Like the only person that needs to know where I am at all times is my wife. That's it. Like that's where I kind of draw the line. But as far as this point in time where people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. There are so many things. Just read what you're selecting. Like I've gotten this argument with Ted about tips and things like that. Like, people, just read.
Yeah.
They teach you comprehensive reading in like 3rd grade, right? If it says ask for your location, you can check yes or no. Just read what you're doing before you tap. We get so, I guess, caught up in trying to get to whatever open up the app and get to what we want to do so fast that we failed to read the fine print.
Just click and go. We click and go.
Yeah.
So do you read all the terms and conditions on every website?
No, but I accept. No. But here's the thing: I am not I am not naive in saying like, okay, I'm blowing by this. Whatever comes of this, then I am now responsible. I take responsibility for what. If I'm not going to read that, whatever happens after that, I'm like, oh well, that's on me. But I'm not going to be the guy who's like, oh wait a minute, why do you have my location? It's like, well, sir, you opted in. I'm like, oh okay. Yeah. Like like just take responsibility for it. Here's the thing too: if the government, not your friends, if the government really wants to find you, they can find you.
I was gonna say,
they
already
know where you're at.
They're watching this right now.
Instagram
Listen,
or not.
I do want to right now. I do want to play devil's advocate and defend this
Come
for
on.
a moment. Okay,
Talk about it.
I feel like someone needs to represent the teenage girls in this room.
Okay.
Well, you are uniquely qualified, sir.
Voice of
Sir,
teenage girls.
and so nobody is. It is just that man, right?
Okay, I'm gonna be a teenage girl for a second. So
Okay.
I'm trying to put my head into like, why do my teenage daughters? Why do they like this so much? So I can see if, let's say, you're an older teenager, a young adult female in your 20s.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like to turn these things on. Now, up until now, it's been like a Snapchat.
Yeah.
Turning the location on if you're going on a blind date, if you're going out with someone,
Yeah.
a couple hours, just so your friend circle of girlfriends, it can even be guy friends, whatever, know where you are for safety reasons. All right. So I know that does happen with some of my daughters. Our youngest, she's been doing it for a couple years. She's got 2 or 3 other girlfriends. They just like to know when one of them's coming home from dance.
But don't they Find My Friends like, and share that?
They don't do Find My Friends.
They don't?
Wait, is that what it's called? That's what it's called on Snap, right?
Oh no, iPhone. There's a way you can share your location with their friends.
No, they're straight Snapchat.
Well, that's the thing.
If they're using Snapchat, I doubt they'll transition to this, and this is just one more thing for them to.
I think all these apps, to your point, Jason, is they are trying to extend the amount of time that you're on their platform.
Right.
So
Right.
why get off this app to go to Find My Friends when now we have it here? Why go to Snapchat when
One-stop shop.
now we have it here? So they're offering that to people.
That's what I think it's kind of for. It's like it's a flex, right? Like, oh look, like Jason and Ted are down in Miami. Like, I wish I was down in Miami. Guys, should we plan a trip down there? Or if like it's a Friday night, like if I was a college kid, I'm like, okay, where's the hopping place? Well, I got 19.
They're all in one location.
Oh, they're all at this bar down here. Like that's where I want to go tonight. So I understand it. If I was younger, man, I'm just old.
Well, I mean, don't discredit yourself that much. Not yet. But
you want to find my location? I'm here and home or the golf course.
But there's psychology to it. I mean, it's like the way grocery stores are lined up. You know what I mean? We've all heard about that. Like, oh, they have produce at this section, freezer at this section.
Yeah.
They know you're going to start here and walk through these aisles and buy more. So the whole point is obviously they want you to use Instagram more. And if you feel like you're more in touch with your friends, you have that real connection, not just a story or a post like, oh, I know where blank is at right now.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You just feel more involved in their lives than everyone else's lives. And so I think it, like we were saying, it does kind of feed into that base need to like want to be connected. And Instagram is letting you now be very connected.
Yes.
There it is.
Just double check the settings and imagine you could do close friends versus everybody, all your followers. And so make sure you just double check
smart
where
about
you're
it.
tagging.
There you go. All right. Well, we're going to hit uninstall on the Instagram app feature. We're going to squeeze in a break. We'll have more Morning Edition on the other side of this break.
Well, welcome back, everybody.
Bring it back, Daddy.
On the IG, but speaking of influencers, probably one of the biggest influencers out there who you can't see. Oh, we're talking about John Cena.
This
now.
Sunday in a steel cage match.
I guess you got to know wrestling to understand that reference, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't see me. John Cena. A lot of folks are talking about this. Shout out to John Cena. He actually is breaking his silence, coming out saying and admitting that he had a hair transplant, saying, quote, "It changed my outlook. I feel like myself again." Now, this is a topic not a lot of guys talk about, and I do want to send this around the room. But beforehand, just some statistics for everybody out there. 2 out of 3 American men will experience hair loss by the age of 35. 85% can experience hair hair loss by the age of 50. Guys, we don't talk about this. If you guys look closely, I have a little bit of a triangle on my hair. That's
Brother, you ain't
or-
man. Man,
not
that's
hair loss.
Don't even.
I'm sensitive about my hair.
I'd
Drew.
rather have that than what we got.
That's what I'm talking about, Jason. Like he over here, like, oh,
I got a triangle in my hair.
Talk to me when you lose your hair, Ted.
Sensitivity is real, fellas. Go ahead. I'll throw it out there. John Cena kind of showing the leadership with the vulnerability, but you guys are familiar with this as well.
Jason, you want to take it away?
Austin knows. So clearly,
go first.
Look, 3-4. This is me. Straight up on some gas. All right, I got to give a shout out to my doctor here, Dr. Brian Criswell. So this is all right. Yeah, it's a little painful, right? So I don't do needles, y'all. So this is not a hair transplant. This is called PRP therapy. It stands for platelet-rich plasma therapy.
Okay.
So here's what they do. As long as you're not slick bald. If you're slick bald, if you already have like a manhole cover on the back of your head,
Tough luck.
you're in trouble. Too far gone, you might have to do like a full-on surgery. What I'm doing, though, is trying to bring some life back to my hair follicles that are snoozing, right? So what they do is they take your liquid gold, right? That's what they call your plasma. We all have it. Your blood makes plasma. So they take out some blood. They spin out the plasma. It is full of platelets, right? Which is PRP therapy, platelet-rich plasma. The doctors call it liquid gold. They're using it for face. They're using it for wrinkles, all this kind of stuff. It's your own body. You're putting it into your hair follicles. So Dr. Criswell is taking my plasma, injecting it right into the hair follicles. So the top of my head, man, I got really dark hair and a really light scalp, right? And my wife has stood over me sometimes and she'll be like, you can kind of see it in that shot right there. She'll be like, oh, honey. She'll be like, oh, honey, listen, you're on camera. You got to get this looked at. I meant to bring it in here, but I actually had this black can of hair sprinkle. Every morning.
What is a hair?
Every morning.
What's a hair
I
sprinkle?
it on my hair. Okay, let me help you. You ready for this?
Yeah.
We all shave. You know what falls into the sink when you're done shaving? If you were to grab a handful of whiskers, stick them in a little sprinkle jar, and then sprinkle that on the spots that are thinning, the hair follicles blend in with your hair follicles. You never know.
How do they stay there?
Right.
Problem. If you don't put a little of hairspray on it and you sneeze, it looks like you got a black cloud shooting off your head. Been there before. Also, the rings.
Oh no!
You look like you just came from a Kiss concert.
I just feel like
So
that.
there are steps to take.
That Rudy Giuliani press conference at the Four Seasons.
Yes.
Start sweating.
But outside of those moments, y'all, see, you guys have never known. I've been doing it, 10, 15 years now. But this therapy.
Wow.
By the way, I was breathing on some kind of nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
You can tell on your face right there. You're feeling pretty good.
What's funny is that in the room they were playing music by the weekend. Funny you say that. I can't feel my face. I remember hearing music in the background, and then all of a sudden the music sounded like this. Anyway, it's cool. I did 6 or 7 treatments. I have noticed a difference in the back of my hair and on the front in my hairline. I haven't done it in about a year. Kind of have to do it every other year or so. But all this to say, I'm not trying to be vain, but I don't want a big, a bald patch.
No, that is vain at all. Yeah, man. I mean, like to pull a line from Mad TV to back your head is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But here's my question, because looking at that, it looks angry. Like the back of your head in there when they're giving you those shots.
Yeah.
It's red.
No, it's red. They were little bitty blood. It didn't hurt. I don't have a real high tolerance for pain like most women do, but it's less than a bee sting.
Okay.
But he did 60 of them.
Oh.
So once you've done that many, it is very sensitive. I'm not gonna lie. But again, I went back and did it 6 times, you guys. And so
Lord
if it really bothered me, I wouldn't keep going back.
Can you lay your head down after?
Yeah.
I just also think it's hilarious that the doctor that's doing this has like an amazing head of hair.
Well, go for it.
Like he's doing it. Speaking of, like, I would ask your thoughts on this, Austin, but look at that coif right there. So we're gonna just take you back.
You're
not qualified at all.
Man, you suck.
Just like blur out my camera during this whole thing. No, but if I do wear the hat, there's like ones in which my mom, my wife, and a few friends will remind me.
Oh, you got a spot?
Look at that spot. Look at that spot. You got to put on the
We'll
ear.
keep
Okay.
an eye on
Here's the thing. All right. Speaking of spots,
here we go.
This was my spot that I had.
Ooh,
so that's
Okay.
yeah. So I was I didn't get a hair transplant, so I was dealing with a little bit and a lot of it of kind of like a bald patch. Now, I actually had alopecia when I first got in the news business because it was actually stress induced.
I was about to ask, stress.
And so I went to a dermatologist and I got steroid shots and that helped regrow. But I had 2 bald patches. So this, unfortunately, is just male pattern baldness. I'm just losing my hair. So I started Hims, and they send it right to your apartment, wherever you live.
Yeah.
And it's finasteride and minoxidil. And it's a spray I do every morning. So this is what it looked like about, I guess, 5 months later. I mean, you guys tell me. That's today.
Wow.
Let's go.
This segment brought to you by.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
like,
No,
not
that's
to give it
bro.
free, but I mean that. So my wife says it's a noticeable difference. I feel like it's a noticeable difference.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's something
That's
that you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk about. Like it's embarrassing.
No, it is sensitive.
When you talk about losing your hair, and Jason, I mean, all of us, we work in a field where, I mean, you talk about Anchor Man. There's literally a Duke Cannon hair product called Anchor Man, like news anchor.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta have hair. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's losing a part of me. You do everything you can to hold on to it as long as possible. So whether it's getting 6 bajillion bee stings in your head or doing a daily spray every morning. I kudos to John Cena for being upfront and talking about it. He probably got paid a boatload to do it, but
Sure. But I would also say kudos to you guys for sharing those pictures and those stories this morning. And even the fact, Jason, you mentioned, I know we could laugh on the little sprinkles, but you mentioned, 15 years, no one knew. And for a lot of guys who are going through this, again, by the age of 50, up to 85%, it's something that a lot of us go through silently. And to think of what we would go through to even try and fix it. So you guys showed leadership by sharing your stories too.
I think everyone had like a friend, whether you were in college or in your early 20s, who came through it very early.
Yeah.
And, you don't want to make fun of them.
But we do.
You do a little bit, you know. And so it is sensitive.
got that friar tuck going.
I know. I had a 30th high school reunion last year, and we went, and 70% of the guys I graduated with bald. Yeah. So whether it was on their own doing or they shaved it off because it was starting to thin, whatever. But yeah,
my thought. And here's the thing: I'm an open book. If like you're my friend, you ask about it, I have no qualms talking about it.
Yeah.
But what I would say to people who are considering doing something, whether it be what I did or what Jason, don't wait too long because there is a point, like Jason said, if you're super bald, once you get to that point, you cannot regrow that hair. So don't wait too long. If you're thinking about it, go ahead and research it and try it out, because the worst thing is wanting to do something and then wanting to pull the trigger and then the doctor tells you it's too late.
Yeah.
By the way, again, being the voice of the females, which I have none in this room.
Yep.
Women are doing this too. Women go through this just like men do. So I don't want to exclude you women out there that may be self-conscious, thinking this is just a dude thing. It's not. And so whether it's PRP, whether it's some of these sprays, there's a lot of stuff out there for women too. So,
and I want to give a shout out to the bald ballers out there too, because I know my plan, my approach is when my barber gives me the, hey dog, it's about that time.
Not that
I
time.
just take it all off the top. I want to just go clean shaven. I know I got a little egg head. If I look to the side,
Oh yeah, man, it's an egghead for sure, right?
I
For
plan
sure.
on just
Hold on,
getting rid of all this.
Ted,
You gonna full screen me?
Yeah, get full screen.
Bow.
boom, man.
Humpty Dumpty sound on the one.
My name is Humpty. But else would
This hairline starts going back. It's about to be a free range.
The 2 things I wanted to grow up as a kid, I wanted to grow up to be a black singer and a bald black guy. Those are the 2 things I wanted to grow up with as a young kid. I don't know what happened. I'm not on the path for either one of those.
I will
So
live half of that dream for both of us.
There we go.
Okay.
Once I get older, it's all going to be in the beard.
I'm gonna tell you, that's really why I be in the gym, right? Because like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, if I have to get bald, I'm trying to be like him.
gotta be buff.
Exactly. You gotta be buff. Buff or have a great beard. I can't grow a great beard, right? And I don't want to be like super fat. So I'm like, if I get some muscle on me, that's the way to go. That's the way to
God
go.
doesn't give everything to everybody.
That's true.
Bald, buff, beard. You don't have to choose 2 of the 3.
What does he say though? God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
There you go.
Go. We're all flexing now. Yes, sir.
We're gonna squeeze in another break. You're watching Morning Edition. We'll be right back.
All right, listen. So last night, my wife had enough. The remote was sent my direction in a quick, hurled manner. Because here's the deal. A couple years ago, I said, "Listen, we're gonna cancel our." I think at the time it was Dish TV because the streaming had started. I'm like, we can cut the cord. Everyone's cutting the cord. We're going to save money. We're going to save money. Well, now we've cut the cord, but we have like 15 bungee cords. And they're all for different streaming services. And every night she's like, was that show? Was it Hulu? Was it Netflix? Was it Apple TV? Was it HBO Max? Was it Peacock? Was it? And we can't even keep it straight. And she goes, I just want to go back to the way it was, all one-stop shop. It's driving her nuts. Y'all have to deal with this at all? Because everything's changing all the time.
Oh, yeah. My wife is the same way. She's like, what channel? And we have multiple remotes now because you have one remote there and we have Apple TV and you get something. We try to consolidate because now they're getting smart and putting like multiple different streaming apps on one remote. So if you have like Fire TV, you can have your Netflix, Hulu, all that on there. But yeah, man, it's tough. And there's some remotes from my wife. My wife just told me 2 days ago, she's like, I have no idea how to work this when you're not here.
Yeah.
I just don't watch these shows when you're not here. Can you show me how to do it? And then she'll forget anyway. I mean, we're all living it, right?
You get to an Airbnb, you have to go through the list on how to operate the TV.
Oh, man.
And the logins. Like, there's actually like a check-in login now.
Through your phone where you have to scan the QR code and that's going to link in and activate.
That's the easiest, though.
I think some of the streaming giants are hearing us because Hulu is planning on merging their content with Disney. Same owner as a company. And this kind of shows that we could be going in an opposite direction. Jason, you mentioned cutting the cable off of cable. Quick numbers. You know me. I'm bringing in these numbers.
Bring it.
When it comes to the average cost of cable, average household spends $85 to $100 a month. Then you have all these streaming services, though. Average household spends $60 to $80 a month on their streaming services. There are some folks who try and game the system, right? When your season of, let's say, Game of Thrones, House of Dragon comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do the 1 or 2 months of HBO Max and so on and so forth. But as these streaming services start to consolidate again, prices go up, and we're starting to really have the same situation as cable that we began with. So, like you mentioned, Harper, we cut the cable to now have a bunch of budget.
And Ted, I'll add in one more fact for you. Don't get it twisted. It's not to help us. It's estimated that Disney will save roughly $3 billion by streamlining them together. So if you think it's for you,
it's not for you.
Come on now. It's all about money. But Austin, you said that you were particularly fired up.
So
here we go.
Fired up in a different way.
Okay.
So, we're in the TV business.
Right.
And part of that is you'll read these trade magazines. And I think there's a trend, whether we'll see it happen or not in the next couple of years. I think how we watch TV, how we watch our favorite NBC shows, our favorite ABC, Fox programs, it's going to be very different than what we've always done. So typically, we're a Fox affiliate. You want to watch Fox programs, you can watch it on here. At some point, those companies, Fox, ABC, NBC, may go, we don't need these local affiliates because we've built our base up with these streaming apps. So in the future, look at the success NBC had with the Summer Olympics.
Peacock, Peacock. Everybody had Peacock.
Everyone did. And so I think we'll see a trend, especially with this kind of regime change with the FCC right now, where they're loosening some restrictions that have been in place since the late 90s. We're going to see a change in the next 4 or 5 years of
maybe sooner. Like Fox just announced they're about to do it like a Fox One or something. Where it's got their news, it's got Fox programming, Fox Sports. Like you wouldn't need to watch, like you're saying. You got NFL that are going and fights that are going straight to Netflix, straight to
ESPN just acquired NFL Network, so that's going to be under the Disney portfolio too. So you could potentially just open up your Disney app at one point and watch NFL games that used to be on, NFL Network by itself or some other streaming channel. Also, the irony of the fact that this is on a streaming platform. Right now.
It's not lost on us.
But we're getting ahead of the curve.
Right.
This one's free.
Let me ask the sports fans in the room. Julian, we spoke about this a while ago about the NFL, if they're really wanting to get their product to the fans or get the money, because you have Amazon Prime.
Some money.
Now you have
Some
Netflix.
money.
Now you have all these different platforms that you have to have all of them if you really want to watch your games and watch the teams.
I forget who sang the song, but it's all about the. I can't sing it because we don't have. No. I almost did it. See, Austin Face got. Almost got you up. But no, man, it's not about access anymore. It's about making money. That's what it is. It's pure and simple, because if these sports leagues cared about giving access, they would keep it on traditional broadcast cable, which is the way most people have to access it. How many times has my dad or somebody else called, like, I have no idea how to watch this team. What app do I need? I'm like, Dad, I'm just going to give you my login because you don't need to spend $15 a month. But God, man,
there we go.
somebody say something funny.
We will dig into that on a different podcast, a different
Yeah.
episode. Trust me, it's already in the works right now.
There we go.
So keep an eye.
Austin, say something funny. Does anybody have anything funny?
Ooh. Remember when Hulu was free?
Where's
Back in my day. All right, well, you know what? Take your clicker, turn off, and turn back on Queen City News on your regular channel.
Yeah.
Catch us here on Morning Edition for another episode. We'll catch you next time.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.